Hey guys, just wanted to kind of come in with part 3, looking for some good time today with you guys, whether you're catching it on live, catching it at the replay, or catching it on YouTube, because I am posting this stuff on YouTube. I'm so grateful for you guys to be here with me. This is day 3 of this. I'm just making some adjustments here. We are in part 3 of this. This will be the final part of this particular series. We've been doing a 3-part thing on how to thrive in difficult situations or difficult relationships. And been walking through this Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I like to do this. Thank you guys. I see some of you guys are joining. If you're just joining, hit me in the comments. Let me know you're here. Give me a heart, give me a thumb, give me something. Just let's have that interaction. I'm open to all questions, all interactions. Much love to you guys. I'm so thankful for you guys who get to see these videos, who do actually get a lot out of this, because my whole purpose is to add value to you guys. So thank you so much for being with me, especially on a Friday night. This is when it's being recorded, having a good time, about to spend this value moment with you, and then I'm going to go finish up with my family and go to bed for the night. So let's just say, if you're here, if you're looking at this, welcome, welcome, welcome. And the thing is that you're here because you want to know how to thrive through a difficult relationship. And now, difficult relationships are oftentimes defined as things that I'm going through, things that I'm seeing, things that I'm in, things that I'm experiencing that seem to be almost a crisis, that seems to almost be in a place of constant turmoil, because there is difficulty in that. So if you're here, you're here because you're frustrated. You want to find tips and things on how to get through difficult situations, or maybe you know somebody who's in a difficult situation. Maybe whether you or somebody you know, and there's either alcoholism, drug abuse, or there's some sort of damage in them, or there's mental illness. Something's going on that's making your life and your relationship difficult. And it's hard to get through, and the deal is that we want to have tips and things to help us get through these particular situations, and not just get through them. So many of us have what's called a survivor mentality. We're just trying to survive through something. But guys, you were not meant to just survive. You were meant to thrive. You were meant to go above and beyond and live this life and take it by the bootstraps. Pull yourself up and push through it as a winner. That's what you're supposed to be. So many of us have this survivor mentality that I'm just getting through today. That's not how you were designed. That's not who you are. And I believe with the right faith, with the right principles to live by, and with the right mindset and with the right perspective, you can thrive in any situation. And today, I see all you guys showing up. And just remember, hit the share button if this is value for you. Also, make sure that let me know you're here. Add some comments. Would love to interact with you guys. All questions on the floor. Would love to hit those up. Whether you're watching replay or not, questions in will be answered. So let me just get back to here. You have a decision to make today. If you're in a difficult situation, if you're in a difficult relationship, you have a decision to make. And it only comes down to one of 2 choices. I'm going to make it easy for you. The choices aren't easy, but the fact that there are choices is what we can break down simply. Number 1, you leave the situation. Or number 2, you stay and you fight with everything you've got. So if you chose to leave the situation, and if you're somebody in domestic abuse and any type of abuse, I would almost recommend the first choice. But if you're not in an abusive relationship and you're not in a domestic violence relationship, it's just a difficult relationship to manage emotionally, you have to make this choice. Do I stay or do I leave? If you're planning on leaving, then these particular things will no longer be of value. However, if you're somebody like me and you want to be like, I'm going to fight for the things that I believe in. I'm going to fight for the one I love. I'm going to fight for my marriage. I'm going to fight for my relationship. Not just fighting in it. So often we fight in our relationships where we argue with the people we're with instead of fighting for our relationship. And today I've got to tell you guys, it's time. If you're going to fight for this relationship, you've got to fight for it. Not fight each other, but fight for it. Let me give a recap of the week. Monday, if you didn't catch any of these, I'm going to give you a quick recap. On Monday, my first principle and value bomb I dropped on you was don't internalize their issues. You cannot internalize their issues because their issues is not your issues. And if you internalize their issues, then it becomes your issues. And if both of you guys are struggling that way, then it's not going to be able to move into healing. That was the first day. The second day, I said you have to have a proper perspective. You have to have a proper perspective because the better your perspective, right, the more you're able to fight, the more you're able to get through, the more you're able to overcome, and the more you're able to thrive. The big tagline there was when you realize that the person you're with is not their illness, is not their addiction. That the addiction or the illness is taking over that person or controlling or too much for that person, but that's not the beauty of who that person is. That's not the wonderful, wonderful creative individual. The one that's loving is underneath. They're just challenged so greatly. So we've got to move from considering that they are that challenge into they have a challenge. Sounds like semantics, wordplay, but it's not. It's huge. How you see someone determines how you fight for them. So that was the first 2 days. That was Monday and that was Wednesday. I will be posting these on my YouTube channel. I'll drop the link here. And if you're watching from YouTube, it's going to be on a playlist, guys. I think about you guys as well. But here's day 3. All right, we're on day 3. This is my final day for this particular subject. Monday, we're coming back for another subject. I had a great bunch of requests for certain subjects. If you have a subject you want me to cover, hit them up in the comments. I would be more than happy to do it. But today 3, I've got a 2-part thing that I need you to start putting in your life because this is something I walk these out in my life every single day from what I'm going through personally, what I know that the struggles that we have. And this is number 1. Hold on to the good things. Hold on to the good things. Guys, have you ever seen that movie Inside Out? You know, the one where they take the inside look at that one girl's head and they got the emotions, anger and joy and all these things. One of those, the whole movie is wrapped around grabbing hold of the core memories. Now, I want to tell you something. If you take what is good in your life, those core memories of that goodness, that laughter, all that stuff, and you dig it deep, when you hit a bad situation, and guys, if you're here listening to this and you're in a difficult relationship, you know you will hit a bad turn. It will come back for you. But here's the deal. If I drive in, if I get down into taking that good memory, it will push me through through that bad situation because I have the good memory down in my core. So you've got to hold on to that good memory. What makes you laugh about the person? What makes you excited about the person? What makes you in love with the person? If you guys are married or dating or your fiance, whatever, what makes you fall in love with the person? So when you're facing those difficult situations and you're like, man, I just want to quit, you can go back to those memories and say, you know what? This is why I got married in the first place. This is why I'm fighting. This illness, this addiction. This is not who I married. Who I married is still locked in my heart. And we're going to fight with everything we've got to get to that thriving place. That's where we got to go to. So that's the first part of that is taking those good memories, the core memories, and digging them deep and being the anchor in the storm. So guys, that's number 1. Here's the second part of that. And if you're just joining us, you may have to hit replay land, but that's okay because these are up for you guys to get the most value out of this so that I can help you get your life and your relationships unstuck. Here's the last thing I'm going to share with you guys tonight is this. You have to have a good self-care plan in place because fighting through difficult situations is emotionally, mentally draining, and ultimately it will be physically draining. So if you're extremely tired, check your emotions, check your stress, check your mind, because it'll bleed into you physically. It causes sicknesses. It causes all sorts of stuff like that. Here's the deal. You have to have a good emotional self-care plan in place. And I'm going to tell you a truth. This is a truth that I know is clear across all spectrums. I wrote a blog post on it. It's called Burnout. Here's why. We suck at self-care. We make every excuse in the book why we can't take care of ourselves, why we can't recharge. But guys, a battery that isn't recharged is a battery that will die, is a battery that will burn out. So here's the deal. If you're constantly going through tough situations, you've got to have a plan where you're going to recharge yourself. It is the only way you're going to survive. It is the only way that you're going to thrive. Because if you don't have that plan, baby, brother, sister, uncle, aunt, whoever's listening, you need to have it, because you will burn out and you'll burn up, and then you're going to give up. And that's not what you want. You want to fight. You want to thrive. You want to be in the best relationship that you can be in. You want to live the best life that you can live. Why? Because you deserve it. And if you're not having that personal time, then it's only a matter of time before you fall apart. So here's the driving question in that. What fuels you? What fires you up? What when you do something, what gives you that energy? What gives me energy is hanging out with people, is being on the phone, is talking to people, man, because I'm fired up. When I interact with you guys, I'm fired up. So what fires you up? And then I want you to take the committed step to say, I'm going to do that today, and I'm going to put it in my life. Jared, I love that you said singing. That should be something that you put aside time that says, I'm going to do this, and it's going to be by myself, whatever song's on, and I don't care what the world says, because it charges me. You need to put that in your life more and more. Here's why. With not just with the singing, with the people, or whatever you do to charge you guys, here's why. Is because the stronger the situation that I'm going through, the more drain it's going to be on me. The more drain it is on me, the more I have to recharge to counteract the drain. And the more I recharge, the more I can thrive. Did you follow that? That was just like, it's simple, but we don't do it. And I'm going to challenge you today. So let me recap the week from this week, and next week we're going to hit some more, some different times up, some different subjects up. If 10 o'clock is a good time for you, let me know in the comments. I like hearing the feedback and things like that. But here's the deal. So day one, we said don't internalize the other person's issue, because you don't want to enable them. You don't want to take responsibility for what isn't yours to take responsibility for. Day two, we said have the proper perspective, because the person that you're with is not the illness, is not the addiction. They may have those things, but they are not those things. And having that proper perspective will help you thrive in a difficult situation or a difficult relationship. And today, I broke it down into two parts. Number one, take your core memories, the good ones, the ones that you love, that you hold on to, and you're going to drive them deep inside of yourself, because those are going to get you through the bad times, the rough times, the difficult times. And then the second one I said tonight is have a good to great self-care plan in place. Those are my tips for how to thrive in a difficult situation. Are there more? Yes, I'd love to hear in the comments some of your tips on how to thrive. For you guys who don't know me, my name is Jim. Obviously, you can see that on my profile. But here's the deal. I'm a coach with 15 years pastoral ministry experience. I'm also a writer and a blogger. I'm here. Here's what I do. Here's my purpose. I'm here to help you guys who feel stuck in their lives and their relationships. I'm here to help you guys take your next step to getting unstuck. That's what I feel like my life is driving to, because I want to help you get through unstuck places in your life and take that next step. So guys, I have a Facebook group I would love for you to be part of. I'm going to be starting a shift where I drop a lot of value, like these videos and other guests we're going to have in there to do interviews. I would love to have you part of that. I'm going to drop a link for you. This is your invite to be part of that. We don't like spammers. We don't want spammers. We want people who want authentic community, who are looking to get unstuck, who are looking to be for a new outlook on life, to be able to do all they want to do and achieve their dreams. Guys, I look forward to interacting with you. Love you guys. Hit in the comments. Let's talk. Hit the share button for me. If you're just now joining me, please hit the replay land and let me know you're in replay land, because I would love to also counter with you as well, engage with you. Much love. Talk to you soon.